If you're a cat owner, you definitely know the feeling. That very specific mix of horror and maybe affection when your cat drops a little present at your feet. A dead bird, a mouse. It's one of the most baffling things they do. We usually just say, oh, cats are mysterious. But it's not random at all. It's actually a secret code. And today, we're going to crack it.
I mean, you know the scene, right? You're stumbled into the kitchen, you're half asleep, and your foot almost touches something small and furry and way too still. And there it is, a little offering right in the middle with your rug. And you're just standing there thinking, is my sweet little fluff ball secretly a stone-cold killer? Or are they trying to tell me something really important? Well, the answer is kind of both, but probably not in the way you think.
So before we get into the psychology of it all, I want to start with just one incredible, kind of shocking number. 30%. Just let that number hang there for a second. What do you think that could possibly represent? That number? That's the percentage of prey that a well-fed house cat actually eats. A study found they only consume about a third of what they kill, just 30%. Now this is the clue that unlocks the entire mystery. Because if it's not about hunger, if they're not hunting to survive, then what on earth is going on? Why are they such dedicated and, let's be honest, talented hunters? This is where our investigation really kicks off. See, to figure out why they bring you these gifts, we first have to understand the giver. And that means we need to look right past that purring ball of fluff on your lap and see the ancient, incredibly skilled predator that's living inside your home. And this is the great paradox of the modern cat, isn't it? On the one hand, what we see is a pampered pet, a fluffy companion just napping in a sunbeam. But lurking right under the surface is a finely tuned killing machine, with instincts that have been perfected over thousands and thousands of years. Remember, before they were our pets, they were basically pest control for early farmers, protecting grain from mice. That job description isn't just ancient history, it is literally baked into their DNA. And this instinct is just so incredibly powerful. Like we just saw, it's not driven by an empty stomach, and it's not some hormonal urge that just vanishes after they're neutered. Nope. For a cat, the process itself, the stalking, the chasing, the pounce, that's the reward. It literally gives them a dopamine rush. It's a fundamental need, just as important to them as eating or sleeping. It's what makes a cat, well, a cat. Okay, so we've established your cat is hardwired to hunt, no matter how full their food bowl is. But that still doesn't answer the big question. Why bring the evidence back to you? For years, experts have debated this. So let's put on our detective hats and look at the top 3 theories behind this very strange delivery service. Theory number 1. This is the one we all secretly hope is true, right? The idea that your cat looks at you, this big, clumsy human who gets food out of a can, and thinks, you poor, helpless thing. You'd starve without me. Here, let me show you how it's done. It's such a sweet thought. But, as heartwarming as it is, most scientists now think this one is probably a myth. Which brings us to our next suspect, the maternal instinct. Now, this one has a much stronger leg to stand on. Mother cats absolutely bring prey back to their kittens, sometimes even still alive, to teach them how to hunt. It's like a training course. So the theory goes that since our pet cats are usually spayed and don't have kittens, they might redirect that powerful provider instinct onto us, their big, clumsy surrogate family. It's a real possibility, and it probably plays a role. But the theory with the most scientific backing is actually the simplest, and it has less to do with you and more to do with your home. See, out in the wild, a cat that's just made a kill is vulnerable. Other, bigger predators might be watching, ready to swoop in and steal their meal. A smart cat doesn't just eat out in the open. So what do? They bring it back to their core territory, their den, the one place where they feel totally safe and can let their guard down. And for your pampered little house cat, that safe, secure den is your house. They're not necessarily bringing you a gift. They're bringing their prize to their secure home base, where they can decide what to do with it later. Okay, so we've got it. It's a deep, powerful, hardwired instinct, and the delivery is more about security than anything else. But does that mean we're just doomed to a lifetime of finding little carcasses on the kitchen floor? Well, not necessarily. Turns out, even this ancient predatory drive has a few secret weaknesses. I mean, this is the question, isn't it? The one every cat owner asks while cleaning up a pile of feathers at 6 a.m. How do we respect who they are without, sacrificing the local bird population? We love our cats, but we don't love that part.
The good news is we can. The solution is this clever little two-part strategy. First, and this one is so important, is play. Regular playtime with toys that mimic prey, like a feather wand you drag on the ground, it satisfies that whole stalk, capture, kill instinct. It gives them a healthy outlet for all that energy. But the second part, well, this is where the science gets really cool and gives us a surprising new tool. Get ready for this because this is a game changer. It's not just about having a full belly. It's about having the right kind of full belly. A fascinating study found that feeding your cat a high-quality, meat-rich, high-protein food can actually reduce their motivation to hunt by over a third. It seems to satisfy some specific micronutrient need that their body craves, basically telling their brain, mission accomplished, the hunt was successful. All right, so let's pull all these threads together. We've looked at the instinct, the theories, and the solutions, but I want to reframe what this behavior really means about the bond you have with your cat. Because even if it's not technically a gift, it is something incredibly meaningful. When you strip it all down, here's what's happening. Your cat, this small predator, has gone out and secured a valuable prize. It's the culmination of all their skill and instinct, and of all the places in the entire world they choose to bring that prize to the sanctuary you built for them. It's not a gift for you so much as it's the ultimate compliment to you and the home you provide. So, while it might not be a gift in the human sense, it is absolutely a profound sign of trust, a sign of love. It means your cat sees your home as the absolute center of their universe, the safest, most secure place they could ever be. And in the silent language of cats, feeling safe is feeling loved. And honestly, that's a way better gift than a mouse could ever be. Just think about it for a second. That slow blink they give you, it's like a kitty kiss. When they show you their vulnerable belly, or when they knead on your lap like they did with their mom. They're all just different ways of speaking this same secret language of trust. And learning to understand that language, that's what turns us from just being owners into being family.